YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. And you can enjoy us every single day and listen to some of our classical jazz music anytime by visiting WJZZ So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about finances and how it impacts our mental health. We have two guests that will be joining us today. We have Richard Mack that will be joining us via phone from New York, and we have live in the studio Zipporah Starks.
Hello.
So we're gonna get Ryan on the phone shortly. But while we're here, Zipporah, introduce yourself and tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
Well, first of all, good evening. My name is Zipporah Starks. Thank you for having me here today too. My name is Zipporah Starks, and I play a couple different roles. One of my main roles is a community youth leader, and I service Detroit and Highland Park, Michigan. Working with kids, my background is educator. I did 13 years in the classroom and served 3 years as a administrator. And so just having that background working with kids, that's what I do. That's who I am. So thanks for having me here today.
All right, I'm glad you're here. And
I sent you a bio too.
I did not get the bio. I'm sorry.
You know it's so hard to talk about yourself, right? Like, so
I know.
I'm like, let me send a bio so she'll ask that.
Well, I asked anyway, and that you had you send the bio. You know what? I probably still would ask you. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
And we have Richard Mack with us all the way from New York. Ryan, are you here?
This is Ryan. Rich is my brother.
I'm sorry. Oh my God! How did I do that? I'm so sorry, Ryan. We have Ryan Mack with us, who is the financial whiz of the family, right?
I deal with finances. Yeah, I'm gonna call me that. Yes, they don't.
So tell our audience a little bit more about yourself, Ryan. You're originally from Detroit, right?
Yeah, originally from Detroit. I started my career as an equities biotechnology stock trader on Wall Street. Graduated from University of Michigan, business school finance. I then went to I left Wall Street to pursue my own financial planning company because I didn't feel as if people in my community had a lot of education or background or exposure to managing and creating their own wealth. So I left Wall Street to start a financial planning company. The reason that I had to start my own planning company was because the organization, and I won't even tell the name, that told me originally that gave me an offer, told me that unless I only work with high net worth individuals, everybody else is a waste of time. And
Wow.
There's a strong perception in the investment community that unless you're not dealing with a lot of money, you're not worth talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted and then, so that's just the reason. Is the disparity of income. I believe that the top 1% invest almost $16 trillion in stock, and the bottom 50% invest in less than half $1 trillion in stock. So when we're looking at record stock prices going on in this economy, there's a huge disparity between that story and people who are privy to having 401ks, 403bs that are rising, record low interest rates are able to borrow again, and then those individuals who are in the food line. So my mission has always been, what can we do to help those individuals who are underserved, who might be, and again, in this economy, in the food line of no doing of their own. So it's the time that if we're really going to have a conversation about building wealth, it has to be a lot more tangible. It has to be more a broad-based, scalable strategy, which is what my business now is doing. I mean, I'm sitting at in 1199 SEIU. the largest local union in the country, about 440,000 members, and I create all the curriculum for their members, and we work with other organizations similar to this across the country. Work with organizations like home care workers who are living in city New York, earning between $20,000 and $30,000 a year in New York City.
Mm. Now,
So
Zipporah, we also have Zipporah Sparks here with us. Zipporah, the families that you deal with, what is the economic range that the families that you work with generally are?
So typically, I service disadvantaged and underserved communities. So it's really, really low.
So low income families, and have they discussed anything about their finances or any challenges that they have with saving money or either trying to start their own business?
You know what? Yes and no. So you have a demographic that really wants out. They wanna see something different. They're tired of living the way they have been living, and so you have that group. But then you have a group that really hasn't seen the light, and they're just like, I don't even know where to start.
Right,
So
like there's no hope.
it's no hope. It's no resources. It's really hard, and so it's really important for community leaders just to kind of like step up and help and import resources where they can.
Okay, and that's kind of typical, would you say, Ryan, across the board for low income families to not really see any hope or any type of financial freedom?
well, this is the thing, right? So it's very expensive to be poor, and
I agree.
the bottom line is that you have those who it's a $320 billion industry.
Mm-hmm.
Payday loans, check cashing, title loans, refund anticipation loans, rental rem stores, rental weave stores, prepaid debit cards. They strategically place themselves in areas of low-income families, of low-credit families, because they see an opportunity to exploit what individuals are not exposed to.
Everybody.
And I have noticed that I have never seen like a loan payday place in a suburban, so-called suburban neighborhood. I noticed them mainly in low-income neighborhoods, and people are, and I've actually used it once before, one time in my life, years ago, and I had to put my car up as collateral.
No way.
Yeah. So just imagine if I wasn't in the position to where I was able to pay that loan off, and I actually paid it off early. But just imagine if you have a family and you go to one of these pay advance loan agencies, and you take out the loan, and then you fall short or you lose your job. And now these people are going to take your vehicle, and now you don't even have transportation to find new work or to buy groceries and the things that you need for your family. So it's like a catch-22. It's good for you, but then it can also be bad. And I'm not going to talk about the interest rate that they charge on
It's
that.
a vicious cycle.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's not good. And a lot of times, like, for instance, even like I just listened to what you said, you were able to put up your car. Well, Highland Park, most people don't even have transportation. So now at this point, what can I even have used as collateral?
Yeah. So, Ryan, to if you were talking to a family that had an income of maybe $15,000 a year, what advice would you give to them in order to save money? How could they save money? Say it's a family, a mother, father, and they have 3 children and a dog.
Well, first thing what we like to do is help them understand, is let them know that one, they're not by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
2, let's see if we can have a positive mindset. In any workshop that I do, always start with the mentality. I do a lot of workshops for those who are.
Wait, you said mentality. What do you mean by that?
Mindset.
Okay, a mindset.
Yeah.
So they have to have a mindset to want to have financial freedom.
the mindset is the most critical part of any financial plan. I'm a man of faith, saved, sanctified, holified in the Word. And for those church communities that I'm working with, it's called faith. It's called belief in a higher power and understanding that there is someone who's walking with us who won't forsake us or leave us. But then I also deal with a lot of those who are in secular or other faiths. And you have to believe that the work that you do, for those returning citizens that I work with, for those homeless that I work with, for those who are in veterans homes trying to find housing that I work with, for those gang members that I work with, the main thing that we have to get them to understand is that there is something that is greater than what they see. And there is something that is that's possible. We can't have this Thomas level of faith that you only have to see it in order to believe it. There has to be a level of faith that if for the instruction that you follow is the future you'll create, right? So many times God gives us an instruction to justify the blessing. And as we're walking, we have to then, like whenever we're preparing for a trip, I just wrote a book called Provisions for Abundance. If you're preparing for a trip, you don't prepare for where you're at. You prepare for where you're going. And you start to pack those things for where you're headed. And, you have to believe that you're ultimately going to get there. So you start preparing today for your destination that you're going to achieve tomorrow, which is why for homeless folks and homeless shelters, we do a lot of home ownership workshops and homeless shelters, credit repair workshops. And I'm also helping them dealing with their current situation today as well. But the main thing is trying to change their mindset around that one day they will get it, so we might as well start getting prepared for the provisions for the abundance that's coming towards us. And then we start getting back to reality. Okay, now we know where you're going. You have your mindset. You believe it's going to work. Now let's put together a budget. Let's work and see what your credit is. Let's figure out what obstacles and how we can create opportunities from those obstacles and get around them, and seeing how we can maximize. And many times we have to figure out what programs are available. We have tons of programs that we have access to through AARP Foundation is one of the organizations I work with. We've got over 18,000 nonprofits across the country that we can connect with that are vetted, that based on individual zip code we can refer people to, that give free services and support services for helping individuals to either earn additional income through employment or through one-on-one counseling with financial education.
Now, is this a national program, or is this something just for New York?
This is my company is a national company.
Okay.
So I work with ARP Foundation, which is a national organization, and so I've always had more of a national scope in trying to set up a scalable process to help individuals who are underserved, so that no matter where they're at, they can get access to the resources. And the thing is that we, as a community, we many times don't really fully understand and grasp what local resources we have.
Really quick, Zipporah, with your program and working with youth, do you have any programs or activities that you do with the youth that revolve around financial literacy?
Yeah, so we have a program. It typically runs in the summer, and so we're getting ready to do a Zoom edition for 2021, and I'll be able to send you that information too. And it's just going to be a Zoom. Also, one of the things though that I do is I'm partnered with the University of Michigan, and so that program allows students that anybody that is interested in business, they show them how to start it from A to Z. So let's just say you were a ninth grader, just having some struggling typical issues at home, and you like, man, like I really want a car wash. Like, what does that look like though, right? Like, so being a part of the University of Michigan, I do a student interview, I induct them into the program, and then now students have those benefits, so they get to use their resources. They walk them through from A to Z, how to scale a business, how to register it, LLC, and they help them with everything.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you are watching In Session on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, and you can listen to classical jazz music anytime by streaming or going to WJZZ and listen to us anytime you like. And today we have in the studio with us Zipporah Sparks and on the Starks. And I don't know what's going on with me. My dyslexia is really
It's
just
okay.
kicking in.
It's okay.
And then we have on the phone live from New York, Ryan Mack. And we are talking about financial matters and how we can build some type of of financial freedom. So we talked about building that freedom from a low income standpoint and how we can get youth engaged in looking at their financial freedom at an early age. And Zipporah was telling us about her program and how she works with Michigan State University. University of Michigan.
They'll get me.
U of M. U of M, go blue. At least I know that part, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So with the youth, how old do the children start in your program?
That particular program is called DEN, and it's for 9th to 12th graders.
It's called what again?
It's called DEN, DEN. And if you follow me on Facebook and or on Instagram, then I have posted that information.
Okay.
But the name of the program is called DEN. It's the Detroit Network program through University of Michigan. And so it's really cool because I don't know about you, but when I was coming up as a young child, we didn't have programs that really showed us. We kind of had to get creative and a little innovative on our own. You know what I mean? We sold the Kool-Aid and the candy and cool stuff too, right?
Right.
But what does it look legally like? You know what I'm saying? So showing these kids how to structure their business and get them going in the right way so that they can earn income wages for their family to get them out of that situation at an early age is really amazing to me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to join our conversation. So please call in to 313-355-6018 and join our conversation. If you were a youth and you started a business, a lemonade stand, a car wash, or pet washing service, give us a call. Tell us about your experience. And if you have any input or questions for our guests, we would love to hear from you. So again, we have Zipporah Starks and Ryan Mack with us. Ryan, so let me ask you a question. If you are on a shoestring budget, you're working paycheck to paycheck, how can you really create a realistic budget and save money while you're working on a shoestring budget? What should someone be prioritizing?
Well, first of all, you need to write it down. Let me just really quickly just to give a shout out to the youth that I work with, and shout out to the sister who's working with you. I have a group of youth right there in Detroit from King High School. They actually wrote their own financial education book. It's called Spoken Truth from the Youth. It's on Amazon. And they got together and wrote an entire book, almost 300 pages, on how of the importance of money management. So I'm firmly and I love them. They do a great job, and all the proceeds go to their pocket. So just a quick shout out to them.
So you created some passive income for them, huh?
Well, hopefully, that's the goal. That's why I always try to promote it whenever I can. So they've had book signings and all sorts of things. I think for the youth especially, it's time that we elevate the expectation of what they can do. Many times, when I first introduced the project, many individuals, how they can't do this. I said, well, why are we saying they can't do this? When they're brilliant, they've been learning about financial literacy all year round. Everyone took a topic and they just showed out. When we give our children, our youth in our community a chance to shine, then get your sunglasses out because they're gonna shine. Yeah. And especially in Detroit, they have the brightest students in the country. I firmly believe that because they have to deal with so much adverse things every single day, and they get through it and they still shine, they still thrive. From chess champions to authors, man, Detroit is just. I'm so proud of our youth in the city of Detroit. I'm always bragging about them everywhere I go.
Yeah, and I mentioned the word passive income, but some of our audience may not be familiar with that term. Can you provide a definition of what passive income is and the different other streams of income?
Well, the passive income is essentially the income that you're earning while you're passive. It's residual income. It's allowing you to, while you create something, whether it be a product or a service or an investment even, that in which you put money into, and while you're not actively engaged in it, you're still able to earn income. Like if I said spoken truth from the youth, someone goes and buys the book from Amazon.com. That money is deposited into a bank account. The youth didn't have to engage in that sale, so that is included within passive income. If you invest in stocks, or and if you in that, which I'm actively always trying to educate folks to do so, the dividends that you get, the unrealized or even realized if you sell earnings that you're able to get. These are things that passive income. And then you have active income where you're going out and, I do a workshop. I set up my book stand afterward. Here's a copy of my book. That's active income, that I'm actively engaged in the process of actually selling this in my day-to-day activity. Where I'm at now, I'm at the office. That's active income. So there's different ways. And there's another thing, too, like, there's so many different ways like this. I'm stuck on home care workers because we just finished a program for them. Like, we underestimate exactly what our skill level is, especially in these times of a pandemic, where for those who are home care workers, I said, listen, y'all, there are many individuals who might not be able to afford your services, but they certainly might have an elderly person at home that could use your consulting services to come in and give advice and guidance on how they might be able to better prepare or care for the elderly individuals who are at home. Someone lost their job. There's many individuals in many cities all across this country that could definitely, so you can set up a side hustle to say, hey, I'm not going to go to your home and provide services for your father or your mother.
So you're talking about transferable skills, looking at the skills that you already have for one job and using those skills for something else, like you're saying, doing consultant work. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because a lot of people don't realize that just because you go to school for one profession or you're working in one industry doesn't mean that those skills can't be used in another sector of business.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think we need to teach our youth that early, like with the program that Zipporah has. That's something that the youth could be learning at this age, where it's taught to them early, and that they keep hearing it over time. They'll they'll remember it and look at themselves and say, hey, I'm marketable. I'm actually a product, and my services are needed.
This is the generation to do it, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times our forefathers may not have had the resources that we had, and or they didn't have the connections or partnerships that we had. And so I think this is the generation solely to do it. And they're going to show their parents and make them proud. So I'm glad just to be a part of that.
Yeah. So do you think parents play, I'm going to ask both of you this question. Do you think parents play a critical role in how children grow up and invest and save, or not invest and save? Do you think parents play a critical issue on how their children turn out financially? I'm going to go to Ryan first to answer that question.
Absolutely, because we only can, we mirror, first of all, every single day that on this earth is an educational activity. Every person we talk to, every person that we engage with, from the teachers that we are in our schools. This is why I'm such a strong advocate for financial education in schools, from our experiences at home. There are ways for parents to be able to implement or instill skills of finance. Like, for instance, as opposed to giving chores, or if someone wants to say, hey, let me buy this new Xbox and the new PS5, as opposed to just buying the system, maybe you can assign a dollar value to chores. Or you can say, I'm going to buy this for you, but if
You
I do, now you're going to be in debt and you can't use it until you pay off this debt. And
Well, I
doing this,
recall growing up as a kid, and a lot of our friends of mine, and I grew up mainly during the '80s, and we had chores that we had to do, and we got paid for those chores every Friday. And oftentimes, our parents didn't buy us stuff because we had our own allowance, and we had to use our money to purchase items that we wanted. Now they would give us what we needed, but those wants were a little bit different. Um,
You bring up an interesting point there. Um, and that's because, and that's interesting you to say that too, because the generations have changed. And
absolutely.
so I believe now parents don't really require what we had to go and do.
No, I don't. That
so
they don't require them to do anything. All the children have to do now is nothing.
and
You know, they play video games. They don't have to do chores. I've heard people say, "Oh, well, my child's too young." I remember at the age of 4, I had a stool, and I was washing dishes. I had to make sure that even my toys were put up. Even at the age of 4, I was taught responsibilities. My grandparents owned a restaurant. I worked in the restaurant before I was even in. Well, no, I was in preschool. I was in preschool when I was working at the restaurant. But the I think the children of today are 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 done a disservice to a certain extent by their parents because they are not made to do anything, and if they don't have responsibility at home and learn what responsibilities are, how are they going to do it in the real world? Does that make sense?
a lot of these people have so many conversations about this. This is an interesting topic too. I hear a lot of people poll in and say that they're just giving their children what they never had.
Yeah, but and when you do that, and I understand you wanting to give your children what you didn't have, and that's wonderful. But you also need to give them responsibility and teach them how to save, the value of the things of what they receive, because now you're giving them everything and they're tearing it up. They're going through 5 or 6 phones, and you're complaining that you just bought a phone. Well, they don't give a crap about what you gave them because they never had to earn it. If you're constantly giving, 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 and not teaching them that you're getting this, you're not teaching them how to earn anything. That's what I want to say. You're not teaching children how to earn anything and to have value of the things that they receive. When you don't have a lot, you tend to appreciate the small things that you do have.
These kids got it all though.
They have it all.
And like on the average, most kids are walking around with $1,000 phone
I know.
and didn't have to earn it.
And then their parents are left trying to figure out how to pay the bill. I have a solution. Pawn that phone.
Make them earn it. I'm like, I like what the gentleman said. Kind of getting creative and building some type of system that works for your child that allows them to say, okay, well, this needs to be earned, and or are your chores done? It's just the stuff that we learn.
Exactly, but we have not taught it on to our children again. And I know that a lot of parents have that guilt because they didn't have, the child may only have one parent that's in the household, so they're trying to make up for that parent. Or they may be low income, but they try to offset that by giving their children expensive clothing items. But those things are taken away from the family household. And before we go on, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching In Session on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest TV in the world, and you can stream us live each and every day on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, and listen to us live on WJZZ and it is 5:30, and we have Ryan Mack in the building with, well, tuning in from New York. And we have Zipporah Starks. I'm going to ask you all again, just real quickly, for those who may just be tuning in. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about the organization that you're with, really briefly, in like 30 seconds, and then I'm going to ask Zipporah to do the same.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Mack. I'm president of Main Street Broadcasting, and we teach financial education for organizations, national organizations, and help them to learn about budgeting, planning, and saving for their members, or as well as work with organizations like ARP Foundation, 1199 SCIU, UAW, and AFL-CIO, various organizations that ask me to come in and teach to budget, plan, and save.
Okay, and Zipporah?
My name is Zipporah Starks. I'm the youth community liaison for Sigma Academy Leadership right here in Highland Park, 48203. And what we're currently working on right now is a coat drive. It's called Warm Detroit. And what we're trying to do is just get coats for girls and boys with the ages of K through 12.
And you're doing a coat drive. Do you still need people to bring in coats for you? If so, how can they make a donation?
They can. So we are still in need of coats. Our goal this year was 100 kids, to get 100 kids coats. I don't know if people really recognize the homelessness rate in Detroit, but it's still going on, and we're trying to keep kids warm. So they can reach me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook at Zipporah Starks, and then
spell Zipporah.
Zipporah is Z as in zebra, Epora. Last name is Starks, Starks. And then just kind of follow me on Facebook and shoot me a message. And so even people can be as cool as ordering the coats themselves. And I have team members, and what we do is we drive around and we pick them up. So we've been doing that already all week. And special thanks to everybody that has been given to the organization so far. Like, we're getting a good response as well, too. And it's just like a lot of personal friends and just people around the family chipping in and all of that stuff. So people are coming together.
Event?
The event is 12/18, so that's like
December 18th.
Correct.
From what time?
It's from 5 to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you need volunteers or anything on that particular day?
We will probably need some volunteers, but maybe not that many. We understand that it is social distancing, so everybody can't come out. So we may need a few volunteers, but more so, really, we probably need sponsorship for coats.
Okay.
Yep. And it doesn't just have to be coats. It can be gloves. It could be when you think of essentially being warm, anything that keeps you warm. So socks.
Coats, gloves, boots, scarves,
Yep.
hats.
Yep.
I don't know if they still sell leg warmers. And even, what about those hand warmer thingies?
Anything to keep a
of that
kid warm.
nature?
Just keeping in mind that due to COVID season, everything has to be new. So
Thank you for bringing that up. That's a very good point. So only new items, nothing used, only because of COVID and the pandemic. So please understand, we would like for you all to donate, but please make sure that the items are new, with the tag still on it.
Yes. And so I even found some coats inexpensive as $14 at Old Navy.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. So I've been finding $17 coats, 14, and we shop like 2 or 3 times a week. I was just on my way to the store, on my way here, and I stopped at the store. I told shouts out to 6 Mile and Myers, Millie. They over there, and they represented really well. They were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And so they kind of just reached in their pocket and gave me some money for a coat. So I'm like, "Well, let's write this down," kind of thing. Yep. So I just appreciate what people are doing because they really understand the mission. So we just trying to keep kids warm.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank you for having me here too, just to
you're
even
more
talk
than
about it.
welcome. You are more than welcome. I'm glad that you all are both here because I think this is an important topic, especially with the climate going on now and the country and our budget and being in kind of a deficit right now. A lot of unemployment rates going on. Ryan, what advice do you have for people during the pandemic? Help us set up a plan to budget, what are the steps that someone should take to start a budget? Say this is their first time or the experienced person. Is there any difference that should happen between when you're budgeting?
Well, definitely. We have a workshop actually that we give called Financial Tips for COVID.
Is it
And
virtual?
yeah, it is a virtual workshop.
Okay.
And so maybe a few organizations have done it, and many things such as, well, one, again, the budget is going to be a little bit different because we're not going out to eat as much, but we are going to the grocery store a lot more. So definitely coupon shopping, using the sales in the window on the bulletin board at your grocery store to shop and plan your meals for the week. Our children are at home more, so now they're raiding the refrigerator more. We need to have a come to Jesus meeting with our children to make sure that the food lasts throughout the duration of the week.
Oh
And you're
no,
not
no,
eating.
no! You know that the secret refrigerator man comes and fills up the refrigerator every night. It's magic.
I understand. Yeah, so those type things. We're on our gadgets a lot more. So streaming services have become a lot more spending. Maybe we could try to find things that are more cost effective in order to pass the time. Or maybe we could share Hulu and Netflix with your friends, so you don't necessarily have to pay for all those streaming services for yourself.
So sharing
Cut down.
accounts. That's a good idea. Sharing accounts. I actually do that with a couple of people. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to call in, you can do so at 313-355-6018. Do we have a caller on the line now? Nope, no caller on the line now. Thank goodness. No, not thank goodness. I really want people to call in with their questions, especially if you have questions around budgeting. What do you need to do to possibly start your own business? So call us at 313-355-6018 if you have a question for Ryan Mack, or if you have a question for Zipporah Sparks. I would love to hear from you all. So Ryan, you were telling us about how to set up a budget, and I interrupted you so rudely.
So that's fine. Well, I mean, it's really about being mindful of what we're spending. Maybe we can replace meat with beans and still get protein and not have to spend as much. So things of that nature. Packing up. Some folks are still going into the office. It's a lot of money you can save. Packing your own lunch and using the leftovers for your lunch, as opposed to spending money on the going out to eat, spending $10 a day, $50 a week, $200 a month on, or even if that's on the low side for individuals that might go out to eat regularly. Our children are now on their gadgets a lot more, and many times if you don't have parental controls, which I definitely advocate you enforce, they're spending money on these gadgets and the games and the PS5 or even games that many individuals play.
Right.
A lot of these companies understand that boredom is very profitable. So what they do is they implement and they put these small ads or ways in which you can either get more coins to play that card game or get more coins to play that video game that for you, it is for youth and adults. And you can't pull the lever one more time and then spend $3.99 to pull that lever, which helps you spend. So it's a lot of different ways so that we're spending money. Amazon sales have gone through the roof.
I bet they have. I know they made plenty of money off of me.
Yeah, so stats show that people spend an additional 35% more dollars when they have plastic. There's a reason that they give you casino chips in the casino, because when you turn your money in for chips, it doesn't feel the same. It's the same principle with spending money online. There's ads, if you've noticed on Facebook, Instagram, ads have gone up through the roof. People are spending a lot more money on online advertising, on things that people don't necessarily even need, because they know that they're sitting at home, and all of a sudden these things now become a lot more enticing.
Right,
So
and then
the
it leaves open too for those people that are impulsive buyers. We have about 40% of Americans that, or maybe even more, that impulsively shop. You
And
know,
this is
so
and they're constantly being exploited. They're capitalizing on the boredom. They're capitalizing on the fear. You know, different types of masks are going on sale now.
hmm
Different types of health scams are going. The different types of scams for COVID. There's tons of scams that is going around now, from charity fraud to the fake government checks to the run-on bank scam. Your money's gonna be gone if you guys don't give me your social security number. The I'm in trouble grandpa scam to the snake oil cures that, hey, this is the secret cure that's going to stop COVID from infecting you type scams. Credit repair scams, people asking you, paying you $400 or $500 to get your credit repaired because you're not going to be able to get a job unless you get better credit. Where all the things in terms of repairing your credit should be done for free of charge. You should never pay $1 to repair your credit.
mm,
So it really is a level of defensiveness that we all have to start to do on an ongoing basis. If you didn't get the stimulus check, if there might be another round, so pay attention to the news and see what sort is coming out. December 31st, thank God they just extended the student loans so we have to watch the news to see what sort of things are being extended and which ones are not. The interest rates on student loans are frozen now, so
now let me ask Ryan,
that's
because you still have some student loan companies that are still calling people and requesting payments and sending them letters that saying that they're delinquent. What can someone do, or what should someone do if they're receiving those type of calls or letters during the pandemic?
well, this is the thing. Well, so the Corona, the CARES Act was primarily for federal loans. You
Mm-hmm.
can't for the private loans. I mean, you just have to pray that the private organization falls in line, and which many have, but not all have. So what you have to do, especially now during the pandemic, is being proactive. I've been on the phone and helping many individuals. A lot of my time, even with the members that I work with here, is going to battle with them to make sure that folks understand that, hey, before you call that creditor or that someone trying to get that debt from you, the different little tricks that I like to use. One, if it's from the collection agency, call it at the end of the month. That's a little bit more where they're going to get that commission. So a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more prone to give a deal. Every interest rate is negotiable. There's never been an interest rate that I wouldn't at least try to negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
If you call a student loan company and you get on the phone with them, make sure you call with a plan. Don't just call and say, I'm on hard luck. Here's my budget. Here's how much I'm making. Here's how much I'm able to afford to pay you. When I can, never overcommit. Always undercommit on how much you can actually pay. Because many times, especially now, they're able to take a whole lot less money than they would have because they know that a lot of folks are out of work.
Mm.
And so we are now in a position. We need to understand this. They are you. They are basically you're the boss in this situation. They provide a service for you. You're not at whim to them, right? And I think sometimes we get to the point where we feel as if they are superior because we owe them money. No, they're providing you a service. So you have a position of authority and power to say, listen, I'm going to call you. I'm not going to wait. But I just can't afford to pay it right now. Here's what I can afford, undercut them. And here's a plan on what I can do moving forward. And many times we can get, I've done that, and I've helped individuals and other free organizations that can get on the phone with you, getting you more credibility to say, here's how much I'm able to afford moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure I can pay this off. They're a lot more amenable to making sure that that debt gets paid because they know if it's a choice between writing it off for allowance of bad debt, not getting it at all, and getting you to pay a little bit and extending it, they're going to do the former, and you can get your credit saved because not getting that. Ask them, I can't pay all of it now. I know I owe 300 or 200. I can pay you 25, but don't impact my credit, and I'm gonna get with you until I get back on my feet, and I'll pay you 25. But they might take that, and your credit rating will be saved. So in case you get out of work, you can get another job because now they're still, I wish they wouldn't, but they still do it. Low credit sometimes stops individuals from getting employment. So it's a lot of different things we can do to put ourselves in the driver's seat and know your rights. If they call you after a certain time, that you should know. And if you tell them don't call, they shouldn't call you at your work. Don't give any information. Oh, I'm doing rambling on, but it's a ton of things that I like to teach folks to put them in the driver's seat, to negotiate with these folks, and let them know you got the power. They don't.
Right, right. And ladies and gentlemen, you are watching In Session on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest radio station in the world, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. And we encourage you to call in to 313-355-6018 and join the conversation as we have been joined by another guest. Would you please introduce yourself?
Marshalina Scott,
Marshalina Scott. And where are you from, Marshalina?
Detroit.
What organization are you with?
Well,
We partner together. She's one of she works with the committee with me, and she's on the Warm Detroit project with me. So we're doing the whole coat drive together.
Okay, wonderful. How has the coat drive been for you ladies? Have you getting a lot of people helping you all? And how did you actually plan this event? How did you do the budget? Was there a budget?
So to speak to that really quickly,
And I'm saying this because I want people to know when you have a business and you're doing projects, you need to set a budget when you're doing events as well. So I want Zipporah to kind of walk us through the steps that it took to get to through your budget and how you planned it, if you can.
yeah, and so to be honest though, there's really like our way is really not a traditional way. Our approach was one thing was we helped out. We started in September. We did a back to school prayer. That was our second event for this year, and then so Thanksgiving came, and so we felt compelled to kind of help feed some homeless people, so we did that, and then it was a spinoff from the Thanksgiving giveaway. So it's not really about I didn't say, well, hey, let me come up, I have a $20,000, but let me do, no, it was none of that. I said, hey, let me get together with the community since I'm already out here, connect with some people and like-minded people that want to help the mission, and that's what I did. So it was no budget. Just like even this, what I was pulling in my pocket. Remember, I told you I stopped at the store. So it's just a matter of connecting with people. And he was like, well, here, let me sponsor a boy and a girl and get some gloves. You know what I'm saying? So no budget for real, connected with my community, helping the mission.
Okay, so say for example, like you're collecting money from people and people are donating money. That's part of a budget, even though it's not money that you necessarily put in. So how much, and even the coats and gloves have a monetary value.
They do.
So you want 100 coats. How much would that actually have cost if you had to purchase 100 coats?
So 100
At
coats.
an average of maybe what? How much would a coat normally cost? What's the average cost of a coat?
So we speaking about a $2,000 budget if you just want to go that way, because we wanted 100 coats. They were only $20, $19 a piece, and so just connected with, like I said, connected with different people in our communities and our networks. So for instance, I partnered with Mr. Johnson. Shouts out to him down at City Apartments, and what he did was. I told him what we were doing, and so he took a box and he put it, he's the manager at the apartment complex. So he took the flyer, printed it out, he put the box there, and now people are donating new coats.
Oh,
so
so
it's
people
just,
can drop off coats at City.
you can do it any kind of way you want to. Most people are even ordering coats. Like, this is my buddy, so he just was like, well, here, let me do this. But most people are even, I put the link on my page so that people can go right to the link and just click it and send it. There's an address where you can send and everything. And so people are doing that too.
What's the link?
Walmart. I've been posting them differently every day. So you got Walmart, you got Target, you got Old Navy. Can you think of some of the other?
So when you say you have Walmart, you have Target, so do they go to those websites and what do they do? Do they look for your program's name? I mean, is it like a wedding registry? How does that work?
So it's just sponsor a kid. And so what I did was I got creative and I just put the flyer information, which shouts out to Darielle too for getting on the graphics. Like, she helped us out, her daughter, which is like one of my old students too. So she helped us out really quickly. And once she got everything together, we kind of put it together like sponsor a child, and so you can go onto the link. You can purchase a coat for a girl and or a boy, and we're requesting sizes for children K through 12 because that's who we service. Okay. And so purchasing that coat, you go on my page, you say, oh, let me get a coat. I feel it's in my heart to sponsor 4 kids, so you click 2 girls and 2 boy coats, and then there you have it. We're coming to pick them up.
Oh, so it's really everything is really virtual.
Yep.
So they can go to, again, Walmart, Target,
Old Navy, anywhere that sells boys and girls coats. And keeping in mind, it's a coat drive, but it's anything that keep you warm. So some people might not have the finances to say, but they want to give still, right? So you can come bring 5 hats, and they sell those at the dollar store. We're not picky. Things just have to be new, but we're just trying to keep a group of kids warm.
Okay. So, Marsha, what are some what sizes are mainly needed, or where do you all have a deficit in sizes for the coats?
Well, K through 12, I think will pretty much run from a 5, 6 on up to maybe we'll do a 1X or extra
2X
large or a 2X for the bigger kids, 12th graders.
Okay.
So
is a greater need for any particular size, or
that common area are those little kids. You know, big kids get bougie. They don't even really like coats. We have to put those on them. We have to zip them up. But those little kids, that's really the needed area. Anywhere I would say like K through 5th grade.
Okay. So, Ryan, when we're talking about organizations, and I'm switching a little bit, how can organizations actually help the general public, like AARP that you're working with? What ways can they get engaged with the public and helping them to create budgets or understanding what financial freedom is, or giving financial literacy courses?
Well, I mean, I guess what we're doing with ARP Foundation is the main thing we're doing is providing free workshops. I'm doing workshops almost 3 or 4 times a week at this point, with different organizations, different churches. And what we do is the organization or the church reaches out to me. They tell me what they want to learn in terms of what topics their populace wants to learn about, whether it be insurance, estate planning, budgeting, entrepreneurship. I put together a curriculum. It's all free of charge, and then they reach out, and we set a date and time, and I teach it for them.
Now, what's estate planning? What do you mean by estate planning?
Estate planning in terms of planning for your estate, basically providing a legacy for your family, a will, a living will, healthcare proxy, durable springing financial powers of attorney, maybe potentially a trust or a living trust.
Now, what's the difference? What's a living trust?
Living trust is essentially it's a contract with yourself that to essentially a listing of items. You are the grantor, and you get a successor, and you are the trustee. You're also a trustee. You get a successor trustee, and upon your death, you grant the rights to those items to be disseminated according to that successor trustee. Then that person then takes on your role as a trustee to disseminate items to your loved ones. And the living trust, basically what it does is that it's a contract between yourself that stays away from probate. Many folks, if you have a will, we pass away testate or intestate, with a will or without a will, it still has to go to probate, where the probate will, and it's not a long process unless you have an uncle or a crazy cousin that wants to try to contest some things, which many times.
Oh, well, we know families do that, so it's a reality.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, but even if it's a smooth process, then they have to determine is the most update version of the will, was this will under duress, and so even that costs a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit. So if you want to avoid probate and you have enough assets, then a living trust could be something that you might want to pursue. But there are other things that we do within estate planning that I teach, like the healthcare proxy, which or the living will that says, hey,
Well, wait a
in
minute.
case of a
You know what? I'm sorry. We are actually running out of time, and I
okay,
want to have the opportunity to thank my guests for coming in and for calling in, giving our audience this wealth of information. And join us next week, Thursday, from 5 to 6 p.m. on WJZZ and In Session, and we will catch you all next week, Thursday at 5 p.m. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Time went by. I'm glad you made it in real quick. Nice
I
meeting you.
appreciate you, Ryan. Thank you so much for coming on with us. You had a whole lot of great information to give to our audience.
I love to do it. Let me know when I come on again.
I sure will. And let me know when you're gonna come into Detroit too. Hey, baby, how are you?
Where are the thingies?
Say again.
I'll be there next week. I'm just going the week after next. Will it be the next week? So the week after next, I'll be there.
Okay. I know you had a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know that. I was like,
Yeah, her big sister passed. She not
Yeah.
talking to nobody.
that's what I figured. I was like, we'll just catch her next time. All right, Ryan, let me get out of here and get this stuff cleaned up. And all right, thank you again. Bye bye.
She tried to kill me by pouring a damn whole glass of tequila. Lord have mercy.
Did Roger give you the book together for the show?
Yeah, because look, that's all I'm drinking on for the rest of the night. Yeah, dig it.
Oh, shit, yeah, the rest of the rock. What's that? That's vodka, eh?
That's tequila.
Tequila.
Okay, that's not gonna work. I feel like I'm short. This music going.
Yeah,
Here.
because Big Mama Thornton, she was a blues singer. Killing.
Okay.
Elvis Presley's biggest hit was written by her. You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog.
Okay.
That was Big Mama Thornton's tune. And they say that every year or so he would buy her a new car. I don't know how exactly true that is, but this is what I heard. I guess in lieu of letting people know this black
Actually,
woman.
we are rolling. We are
Right now?
rolling.
At this moment right now?
Actually, we are.
We're good? We're early.
We're early, but hey. Hey. What's up, family? It's your girl, Honey. And you're joining me on Jazz Cats with the one and only, the coolest cat I know. Could you go outside for me, babe?
You dig? One of the cats, baby.
Thank you. Wonderful. And my coolest cat, Alex Hardy.
Yeah, yeah.
So, family, we are definitely going to kick this show off. This show is dedicated to four angels. God called four of his most precious angels. So this show is dedicated to my goddaughter Brianna Hill, my godfather Calvin Hudson, my brother Gutter, and my uncle Fred Goins. May you rest in eternal peace, love, music, and joy.
Yes, yes.
We're going to start the show off with The Calling by my cool cat right here.
Yeah.
The one and only Alex Hardy. Give me a few minutes, family. Tell us a little bit about this song right here.
This particular song was for a record I did in 2005. A friend of mine, the piano player on the record, Lucian Band, he started corresponding with this guy who had a label in Norway. So he was telling the guy about my group, the group we had, and another group Lucian played with.
Okay.
So the guy was like, "Oh man, that sounds really hip. I really love to record you guys." So, people can say what they say, but it's about what they do.
Absolutely.
You dig? So
all day.
we were like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. And then, he said, "Well, could you find out, how much would it be?" We were like, "Okay, we'll, all right." So we looked into it, got the numbers together.
Okay.
Got back to him, and he was like, "Okay, I love it. I'll send the money." We were like, "Oh," we still wasn't really, taking it real.
Right.
So, next couple of days, boom, money was in the account.
And we like when money hit the camera.
It was like the coins was there, baby.
We like that.
We were like, okay, this guy is real. So we went, set up the session, and we did it. The label is called Jazz Away Records.
Okay.
And this particular tune was something I had in my mind, just a piece of groove or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to put it on the beginning as a opening.
Okay.
Calling, you dig? So here we go, hence the name.
The Calling.
You dig?
All right, so family, we're going to start it off with The Calling. And again, this show is dedicated to Brianna Hill, my brother Gutter, my father-in-law, Calvin Hudson, and Fred Goins.
Yeah.
So here we go. As soon as I can get the music going. Okay, family. I am going to pause for a second. We're going to keep talking and see what's going on with the music.
It's Mercury in retrograde.
I don't even know.
But getting them solar flares, they were saying, something with the solar flares might make electronics misbehave.
Yeah, and also other things. So I'm going to need my tech people to go ahead and handle that right there. We're not able to hear the music, but we can accept phone calls. I need you to fix that. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit until I can get some music going. Because, again, this show is about life. The music, the song, The Calling, is actually a rendition of, what is the name of Jill Scott's song? Hear My Call?
Is it?
I believe it's Hear My Call.
Really?
I believe it is, I believe so.
I don't think this is Jill's. This is something
The Calling.
The Calling.
Yeah, she did another. She did it too.
She did a tune called The Calling?
No, she did. Well, it. Matter of fact, can't play any music right now. Sure would love to. Hello.
Yeah, because was 2005. Was Jill Scott out? Was she?
Yeah, Jill Scott's
Was
been
it?
out. Yeah, Jill's been out for like 30, 25 years now.
Really? Has it been that long?
Babe. Yeah. I'm gonna need some technical assistance in there.
Because, this is something.
Family, I'm gonna come back shortly. I need to get some assistance, but go ahead. Yeah, she did a song
Called The Calling?
I'm about to tell you the name of the song.
Okay. Because, you as an artist, we're always influenced by things consciously and subconsciously, you
yeah.
did. So
it's actually a prayer.
God,
let me find this song.
Yeah, we're always influenced by things we remember, and it's up in there. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play it off my phone because I don't know what's going on technically, but we are going to keep this show going.
That's for sure. Yes.
Yeah, we got to. You always have technical issues, but hey, the show must go on.
You dig? It's got to keep moving.
Yeah, we got to. I can't type that. But yeah, here we go.
Here, have a Triscuit.
Okay, y'all have to excuse the commercials, but we're gonna make it do what it does. Okay.
Here I am again, asking questions, waiting to be moved. I'm so unsure.
This is the song I was talking about.
I've never.
What I thought I knew, I don't seem to. Where is the turn so I can get back to what I believe in, back to the old me and God, please hear my call. I am afraid for me. Love has burned me raw. I need your healing.
Yeah.
Please, please.
So in the new year, I'm gonna have to have you come back here a third time. Right?
Absolute pleasure.
I'm
is
just
mine.
gonna put it out there because
Play by all the rules.
I'm telling you, these be some days. But that is Jill Scott's,
Okay.
and so we're gonna do yours. Let's pause that. We're gonna go ahead and hear yours. And I'm telling you, when I heard yours, I was like, "Oh, this is a prayer. Is this your like?" You took that sax to a whole nother level with that song, and truthfully,
What year was that Jill Scott's tune? Yeah, we can.
Let me see.
Because I don't remember hearing that before, at least, but hey. I mean, I dig Jill Scott. I didn't realize how long she...
Jill Scott been out for, like I said, 25 years. She's been out for a minute. It came out in 2011.
Okay.
So let's hear, what was that, YouTube. And I was there at the Calling off of the Bluetopia album. Family, if you have not gone and heard it, please go to YouTube, Spotify.
Peep it out.
What is it? You're on Amazon too?
Yes, okay. Yes.
You said that sounds good too. Yeah. Yeah. So he's
Yes.
on all of those.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I affirm that. Yes.
Yes,
I
yes,
claim
yes.
it. You
Okay.
dig?
Yeah. If you're not, we're gonna get you on there. See how that works out. That's what we're gonna do.
Personnel is Brad Jones on bass, incredible. Nasheed Waits, drums, master. Andrew Daniels on percussion from Detroit, from the D here. Lucian Band on piano, and me.
Well, all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to listen to the calling. We're gonna have to go through the commercials. Let me just turn
The commercials.
Oh, I can skip. Hallelujah. Man, you do something with that sex. That's all I'm going to say. You definitely do. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go fix our music.
That was quick. Said we gonna get this together.
All right, family. We about to get it together.
Yeah.
I apologize for all the technical issues. But we're going to work it out.
What's it called? The Boreal Areola. You know the lights. I forget what it's called. It's this thing happening. This kind of celestial kind of thing.
We're dealing with some crazy times
And
now.
yeah, we got some sun flares or something like that. And
Right.
so they were saying I don't know if it's but Mercury could be in retrograde. Just
There's no telling.
COVID could be running up in this shit.
No, we're going to rebuke the COVID in the name of Jesus. We're not going to do that. That's not what we're going to do. But what we will do is that we're going to continue going on and we're going to keep on playing homage. And again, I have my handsome and coolest cat I know, Alex Harding, and we are grooving with him.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to chill with me today.
Absolute pleasure, sweetie.
Especially, it's good to have family around, and I consider you family.
Thank you, baby.
When you're going through things that of such.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But family, let me just make sure you understand that you are watching Jazz Cats on WJZZ Cool TV, and we are streaming live right now on Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So you go ahead, you check us out. You go ahead and subscribe, and you like, share. Again, I'm sitting with Alex Harding, and this show is dedicated to Brianna Hill,
Yeah.
my brother Gutter, my uncle Fred Goins, and my father Calvin Hudson. May they continue to rest in peace. But we're going to keep it grooving because every name that I stated, they lived their life to the fullest.
There you go.
They live their life to the fullest. So I am going to give you information because they're Cash App information to help out with Gutter and his family. He has a 2-month-old baby girl. And then Brianna has 5 children. She has a 3-week-old baby.
Oh.
But one thing about it is you never know when God is going to call you home. So you make sure that you're ready. You stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. You know what I mean? And that's how you need to live your life, family.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it going. We was just grooving with the calling.
When you hear the horn blow,
When you hear it blow.
you best be ready to go.
That's all I'm saying. Have it in order, family. What is the other song that you wanted to, you know what? Spirit, Take My Hand. I think that's the song I was talking about. I've been a little scatterbrained.
That's all right, baby. That's all right.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hey, Q-Niece. We have Q-Niece and Dana watching on Facebook. We appreciate you joining. And take care. And you know what? I'm going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all pray for your girl. Y'all pray for me because I wasn't even going to do my show today. I was just like, okay, you know what? But my baby wouldn't have wanted me to do that, so. And the Spirit Take My Hand off of the Bluetopia album, right?
Yeah. Now, I think I've recorded that tune several times, different configurations. I think this particular time is that the one in Jim's basement?
No, this is not the one. This is the one off the album.
This is one off the album?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do Jim's basement?
Yeah.
Let me look up Jim's basement.
Yeah. That.
Now, you do something with Jim every what?
Well, Jim does something. Jim Alfredson, organ player extraordinaire. He does something, I think, every Tuesday from his basement.
Mm-hmm.
But, because of the whole COVID thing, we've been, kind of pulling back and keeping it cool, until some later date, you dig?
Yes. Let me see if this is.
So, but we did do this particular session in Jim's basement. I think it was August
They say 3 months ago.
27th. Sounds right.
Let's see. Let me see if I. Oh, it's 5 minutes, family. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. If I can turn it up.
Might have to resort to the cell phones.
I would hope not. Love you too, babe. Appreciate all the love and support. Let's see. Okay, family, let me tell you something. God works in mysterious ways, and I'm not one to question anything. I just roll with the punches, and I just try to get in where I fit in, I'm not trying to deal with anything. So we're going to pause this. We're going to pause this because right now, I'm going to take a sidebar.
Uh-huh.
So, my sister, Napanji, Dr. Napanji Thomas, she wrote a book. And I'm actually giving this book away. This book is called Don't Believe Your Lying Eyes. It is insightful. It provides excellent description of a narcissistic personality. So, family, if you want this book, and I'm sure you do, because there's a lot of them running around here. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I'm going to need you to give me a call at the station when I turn the phone lines on.
You don't believe your lying eyes.
Don't believe your lying eyes.
Narcissistic.
You know,
Baby.
baby, no eyes can play tricks on you. You know, they really can, and people need to realize that. Don't trust your eyes, trust your heart, and trust God. That's where we at on that. So when I turn the phone lines on, we're going to give that book off to the, what you say?
Fourth caller.
Fourth caller. And I'm hoping I ain't got to make a dash so they can go turn Oh, God.
The dash, baby.
I was right back, though, wasn't it? It was in and out.
No, it was like, whoa.
It's all in the loop.
Don't believe your eyes.
Man, so, yeah. So let me just tell you guys, if you want to help out Jasmine, who was my brother's gutter's better half, you can send a cash app to J Sweetie 48. That's JSWEETIE 48. And my brothers, the Mastecas from Detroit, our prayers are with you. If you want to help out Brianna, they have a GoFundMe, and it's GoFundMe.com fundraiser by Alexis Harris. Anna. Again, Anna has 5 children, a brand new baby girl, 3 weeks old, who is a preemie. So all help is appreciated. You know, we're blessed by being a blessing. And sometimes when you're 26 or hell, we never really know the hour, but when you're 26, you're not thinking about life insurance. When you young, you just trying to get your get. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's unfortunate that life has shown up, but as a family, are you your brother and sister keeper? Hey, I live by it. So if you can help, it'll be appreciated. And again, prayers is the most important thing to do. So keep praying. And we got you. Yeah. I'm hoping that we can get some music going. But if not, I'm about to use my phone again. And I'm about to...
when all fails, baby.
I mean, when all fails, what do? Grab your phone and, get you some music going. Family, you can watch us live on Facebook on WJZZ Cool TV. I'm live now. I'm going to have to cut my live off because I have to play some music. So please, if you want to continue watching the show, go to WJZZ Cool TV, and we'll go from there. Again, about to play some music.
Play some music.
Play some music. Okay, now what were we about to play? Because I'm thrown off my square. Spirit.
From Jim's Basement.
Okay.
You got it?
I'm going to find it. I'm going to take a pause for a second, family. Right back.
Okay, that was quick.
Okay, family. We're gonna see what's going on with the music, see if we can get something going. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and continue playing with my iPhone until we can get the tech going. Okay, I'll just keep going with my cell phone. And we said, what was it? Spirit, take my hand.
Yeah.
From Jim's basement, right?
Yep.
All right. See if we can get this going here.
A young saxophonist who actually has a brand new album coming
I
out very soon.
actually watched this.
I'll be back on the drums for that one, and Jim, of course, will be on the organ as well that night. All right, we are going to get into the action here now. I'd like to introduce to my left, Mr. Alex.
Okay,
Hardy.
we're going to try and pull some music up now, family. Give me 1 second.
We got the okay.
Okay, well, no, we're going to go ahead and play with my
Saxophone.
cell phone.
Born and raised in Detroit, right? Yeah, and he's played with the Sun Ra Orchestra and Francisco Mora, who was one of my
And this is
mentors
Jim now,
a
right?
while back.
That is talking is the engineer of the set.
Mm-hmm. And take that off. You doing me no earthly good right now.
Exactly. It's
Right. Stress me out. That's all. Yeah, once the holiday's over, you got to be my first person for the year because we got to do a re-over.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
got to do a redo, you know. Man, that's all I can say right now because I'm not even understanding myself.
Yeah, I know. It's like that sometimes. So, like you said, we just got to just roll with it, baby. Roll with it.
I'm I'm gonna roll with it. If I don't roll with nobody. You know. Hey.
But by the way, this particular tune is entitled "Blues Is Good." We're gonna get the spirit a little later on, but
Okay.
that's the name of this tune. Yeah.
We're gonna let this roll and just talk about everything and
Absolutely.
let this little set play, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and keep it going. You know, you can tell me the stories of each song
Yeah. Yeah.
as we go.
When was the last time I was here?
It was in October.
Was it October?
Yeah, it was October.
Was it October?
Yeah, it was October. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like 2 weeks before you're supposed to do your thing.
Oh, at Cliff Bell's.
Yeah. Yeah, it was then, so hopefully we can, when they open up for COVID, you'll get some more things going and I can get to a set.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I need to hear a lot. I need some music right
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You know,
I understand completely.
I'm saying I am unapologetically living life out loud completely. I have had enough sorrow. So, no whole bars for me. You only got one. No regrets for me. I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not. I can't. You know.
They say live each day as it could be your last.
Absolutely. I think you got to think about what will your legacy be. I want to write my own story.
There you go.
You know. You don't have to sit. No, it's already. My life will already tell its story. Just that simple.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As the ones who I've lost in the last 4 days, they have all played an important life into everyone they know.
That's what you want.
Yeah, you know, that's all we want. My mother used to say, if I can help one person, then my living is not in vain.
Mm-hmm.
And they touched many, so
Yeah.
you know, they over there up in heaven rejoicing and watching over us. Thank God.
There you go. There you go.
More angels. All right. Now y'all did this what, virtually?
Yeah, that was we were in my man's basement and we just went on going through Facebook.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was the last time I played with them. With my guys.
You cut the dreads?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you like, wait a minute. What's wrong? When you do that?
September 13th. Yeah, September 13th.
Okay.
It was, 25 years I had them. And it's just time to go somewhere different.
Okay.
Going somewhere else,
Okay.
So it's like, okay, well, let's embrace it and go there.
I like it.
Thank
I like
you.
the dreads too. I ain't gonna lie. I like the dreads, but we gonna work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what is this one?
This is called Amor y Alma.
Oh, I love this one. Amor, what is it?
Y Alma.
Amor Yama.
Yeah. Something nice and sexy.
Yeah, this is something real chill.
Yeah.
Something you and your lady, you and your man.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if you're just chilling by yourself, soaking in a nice bath with
Yeah.
a glass of wine.
Yeah, yeah,
This is one of them joints.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
for me, playing music is about conveying a deep feelings, emotion. It's so it can cover the whole range. You know, very beautiful, sensual tune. Then something a little more tempo, a little more intense. So it's all about exploring and sharing all of these emotions that we
Right.
all have and deal with and go through. Yeah.
I love that.
Can you see on the beach walking
Oh, yeah.
the waves coming up?
I'm telling you, I need a vacation after this. Just give me a Calgon. Take me away.
Take me away.
Just a moment. That's all I'm asking. Not a lot.
I mean, 'cause it's about contrast, you know. Life is about contrast.
Yeah.
So it's like, exploring all of that, you know.
Absolutely.
hmm
You got the good, the evil,
Everything in between.
everything in between.
I wrote this tune, I guess about the 2000s, maybe like this is after Bluetopia. So this had to have been like 2010 maybe. Something like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
All right now.
Yeah. Very fortunate to have wonderful musicians to play with,
Yeah.
because that is so important. So important to have people that you connect with and understand where it is you're trying to go with the music. That understand the intricacies, the subtle shit. That's what makes the music speak to people. It's that subtle,
Right.
just that little something that people can't put their finger on it, but it's something doing something to them.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what it's about. And it's good to have people that understand and can go on that journey with you and do this. So,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But I really thank God for your life. Let me tell you that. I truly do. Your music has helped me get through these days.
Oh.
So thank you.
Pleasure, babe.
I appreciate that. You and my good friend Alexander Zonchek,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have been on my playlist constantly. Then I had to have my sister Sky. Had to have a little Lettucey and some Latoya London.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all have getting me through these days. So I thank God for you guys. Family, you're watching Jazz Cats with your girl Honey and my special guest, my friend, the coolest cat I know, Alex Hardy.
Yeah, baby.
And we are listening to him in Jim's basement. And we're listening to what's the name of this?
Amor y Alma.
Amor y Alma. this is what, like an hour-long set?
Yeah,
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 you guys was jamming.
yeah. Got some originals. Got some standards, but we put a little.
Put the twist on.
You
Put
did.
the funk on.
Gotta put a little grind on it, baby. You dig?
Grind. I like it when you put a little grind on it. Put a little grind on it.
You dig? Yeah. Cause I believe if art, music, any of these things are not speaking to our soul, what is it doing?
I know it speaks to mine.
You did. It's about connecting with us on the level of just human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
You know what's crazy is we're all connected.
Absolutely.
You know, and a lot of people try and fight that connection. But once you accept that connection, oh, what a beautiful place that would be. That's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
We're all interconnected, baby.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All interconnected.
I'm going to pause this for 1 second. Family, if you are able to help out the Shea family, the family of Brianna Hill Shea, Ryan Shea, Marquise, Ryan Jr., Justin, Christopher, and Ivy, please go to GoFundMe.com. The GoFundMe fundraiser is by Alexis Harris, and the GoFundMe is for Anna. Also, if you're able to assist with Jasmine Nilsson, the family for Gutter, his son King, and daughter Journey, please cash app my sister Jasmine at cash app her at JSWEETIE48. I cannot talk today, but y'all understand. Again, that's J Sweetie 48. Again, I'm sitting here with Alex Harding, and we're going to keep on grooving in the basement with Jim.
Yeah, and Jalo Jakate.
And we're going to keep on going. Can you dig it, family? Next time you have to bring your sax. I'm going to have to have you in here playing for me.
All right.
Okay.
Bet.
Now, family, I would like to open up the phone lines, but we are having some technical issues. So, with that being said, next week's show, I'll give away this book to the first person who calls me.
That was a tune entitled More. I wrote.
Is that you talking?
That's me talking.
First tune was a tune.
We're going to bypass that and get to some more music.
Yeah.
Because I got you right here. I got you right here. I don't need to hear you talk on nobody else's show. You know, I'm sensitive.
Oh, that's a nice one. That one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can go back a little bit. telling you, what you do to that stack.
It's just I just open myself up and let the music flow, baby.
Well, I can definitely dig it.
You dig?
I definitely can dig it. You better blow that horn.
Yeah, that's a tune. This is a tune entitled Caravan,
All right, Caravan.
written by Juan Tizo
Okay.
and Duke Ellington.
I love Duke.
Yeah.
And
So,
I love him.
yeah.
That's my first love of jazz. Duke
Yeah.
Ellington.
the man. Yes. So we put our own little, little tweak on it. We got to.
But you got to.
We got to.
So you pay homage, but you got to make it your own.
Exactly. That trust me, that's what the cats want.
That's right.
I had the great fortune of spending time around Max Roach.
Oh, nice.
And when I lived in New York, he was like, yeah, man, you got to bring something to the game.
Yeah. You got to switch it up.
You dig? So,
You got to switch it up.
yeah.
Now, is this on any of your albums?
This has not been recorded. This particular group has not been officially recorded
Okay,
yet.
okay.
We went to the studio and did a few things, but we haven't actually put it out yet. So plus we need to go back and redo it because we got new tunes.
Right.
It's a new day. Everyone's playing different.
Yeah.
A recording is just a documentation of that particular time. So we somewhere else. So
I want to see where you're at now with this. Okay. I'm just saying. Take me where you want. Okay. I want to go.
absolutely, baby. You're going on a
I
journey
wanna
with
go.
us.
I need to go on that journey. A
Yes.
musical journey.
Yes, sir. That's right.
He playing them drums. You better play.
Yes, sir. Jalo Jacate.
Family, please go check him out on Amazon, Spotify, YouTube. Alexander Harding. His latest album was Utopia.
Well, no, my actual last record.
What was the last one? What you holding back on me? Oh, I'm feeling like I'm about to.
No, my last recording was a duo project with my friend Lucian entitled Dark Blue. Which is.
You see how you do me?
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't.
I'm feeling some type of way.
Don't feel like that, baby.
I'm feeling some type of way.
No, don't feel like that, baby. Trust me, don't. It
Dark
was.
blue. That's the new one. I don't know nothing about it. I gotta check it out. If you hear about it before me, call me.
I think. Let me see. There's something on here, baby. There's some stuff on here.
Okay, I'm gonna let him find something off of Dark Blue because I just saw my little heart like, wait a minute. You said we was friends. Wait a minute. I didn't feel the friend there.
You didn't feel. I'm sorry,
baby.
Please accept my most sincere apologies, my dear.
Now, if you keep on blowing the horn like that, then maybe I will.
Okay.
I don't
All right. All right. We can do
know. I
that.
don't even know. It depends how you keep on blowing the horn.
Uh.
All right. What is that? We gonna pause what I got because he got some dark blue over there.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
That's it. So you can, if you like, my dear, please, if you like.
He's passing me the phone.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to pause the ad.
You know, commercials, y'all.
Y'all know. Y'all got them too. We gotta make it do what it do, you know what I mean? All right, so this is Alec Harding and Lucian Band in Dark Blue.
Let's see which one is. I think that's Dark Blue.
It's Dark Blue.
Yeah.
We're going to end the show with actually this. We have 4 minutes left. We're going to close it out.
Yeah.
Now, homage to the ones we lost. But family, we are listening to Dark Blue by my boy, my coolest cat, my handsome co-host for the day, Alex Harding and Lucian Band. In the middle of the show, baby. That's my daughter. Like, you all right? This is beautiful. It's calming.
Yeah.
Okay, family. Tonight at 7:30, we are having a candlelight vigil for our brother Gutter. At 7:30. It's located at the Mystics Clubhouse, which is on West Davidson and 14. Behind, I believe it's Grady's Coney Island. Meet us there at 7:30. Please bring candles if you can. Some will be provided if not. Also, if you're able to donate to help out with the final arrangements for Brianna Hill Shea, please send your assistance to GoFundMe.com, fundraiser by Alexis Harris for Anna. Also, if you can help out with Jasmine Nelson, the better half of Gutter, to assist with daughter Journey and King, please cash app to J Sweetie 48. Our prayers go out to Marquise, Ryan Jr., Justin, Christopher, Ivy, the Matthews family, Ryan, April Hill, the Hill family, Calvin Hudson and the Hudson family in Chicago, the Goins family in Chicago. We ask that you continue to lift my family in prayer. And we're going to go out with Blue, Dark Blue by my friend Alex Harding. Peace and blessings, family. And if you don't mind, I'm going to keep this playing. Can you play it? Hold that to me.